This is an intro. Who needs an intro? I don't need an intro. This is just a vape show. It's just a vape show. Vape show. This is an intro. Who needs an intro? I don't need an intro. This is just a vape show. It's just a vape show. Vape show.
YouTube, what is up? I'm your OhmBoy Josh, back at you, and today we're taking a look at the Headshot RDA from Purge Mods. I had the opportunity to pick this one up at the Purge booth over at the Vape Showcase in Atlanta recently, and they were a bunch of nice guys. I got to meet Mike Berggren, Dark Dog Purge now, on Instagram, and he was one of the former competitors of Coil Wars, which is cool. I didn't know who he was at first. I just thought it was someone that recognized me, and then he says that he's introducing himself as Mike Berggren. I'm like, oh, holy shit. That was awesome. I was kind of disappointed I didn't get to meet Justin Trial there. He was going to be one of the other people at the Purge booth. He was going to be building coils. I didn't get to see him, so I was a little disappointed in that, but at least I got to meet Mike. I got to meet the Purge guys. They were a bunch of good guys. I first learned about Purge mods and the Purge deck when we were putting on Coil Wars the first season. We had Sean Taft on as one of the judges, formerly of Coils for Advocacy, and he was working with Purge mods. And I'd never heard of them, so I looked into them and I saw this beautiful deck. I was like, oh. And I got really excited about it then. I knew it was going to be something high-end. I knew it was going to be a bit more pricey because American company, American-made products, it's going to have a bit more of a hefty price tag to it. So I was waiting for an opportunity, and I had that opportunity at the Vape Showcase. So I decided to grab one there, and it was $100 for the deck and the top cap. There's like 3 different top caps that you can buy to go along with the same deck, which is kind of cool. So this is definitely more a high-end piece. It's definitely more, in this day and age, for an RDA than something that we're used to seeing. $30, $60 is generally the price tags that we're used to seeing these days. $30 for something kind of cheapo, and then, you know, $40 for something kind of mid-range, and $60 is kind of like the new high-end these days. I haven't seen too many toppers come out that were above that $60 ceiling, you know? Coming in at that $100 price point, it's gotta impress, you know what I mean? It's gotta really be something great. You can see from the build segment, it's a lot of fun to build. Your negatives are on the sides and they cinch down from the side with an Allen wrench. You know, I have my misgivings about RDAs like that, like the Velocity. I'm not crazy about RDAs that cinch down from the side. I don't like what it does to the leads generally on those wider coils, but it's still an interesting deck because up top we got this big old clamping system, and that clamping system is really nice and roomy. Really nice and roomy. You can fit pretty much anything in that clamping system up top, and the post holes at the bottom, they're a good 2.5, 3 millimeters or so. So it's a good amount of space for the majority of builds out there. This clamp has to be about 2 millimeters thick, 1.5, 2 millimeters thick. It's hefty, and it's secured with 2 flathead screws, big, beefy flathead screws. I mean, it screws down tight. There's no chance of those clamps bending. And there's a bit of a cutaway in the middle of the bottom of the clamp where you can fit certain thicker builds, I guess, or stack wires if you want to. What's nice though is if you want a tighter connection, there's enough room that you can push the wires off to the sides of these clamps closer to the screws and then tighten them down really good there. And that's what I did with this particular build. That's the Alien build that we put together the other day, yesterday, I guess, with the Patinos Alien Makers. So that was fun. And that's what I threw in here. It's not the first build I've had in here. Since I got this device, I was actually rocking just parallel coils in there because I was so excited to have it. On the way home from Atlanta, I was building it just like 26 gauge parallel coils because I didn't bring anything too fancy with me to the convention. I just brought some wire and the Geek Vape toolkit, which did the trick. And I built that in the car and I was rocking it that way. This is all quality made out of brass. Everything on the deck is brass pretty much, except for the screws. Screws and hardware like that, they're all stainless, and the 510 pin is copper. And it's serialized on the bottom. It says Purge, and I've got number 2952. The well is really shallow. Really shallow juice well. It's only about a 2.5 millimeter, 3 millimeter juice well. For me, I'm a juice dumper. I like to just dump juice in my RDA, and that's it. And I have to count my drops or be a bit more conservative with this device because the way the air holes are, they will leak out if you over drip. Absolutely will. Badly too. It's not so bad once you get the hang of it, once you realize, you know, how much juice you can put in here safely and how much, you know, cotton you can put in there to, you know, detract from that. I like to see RDAs that have 5mm, 6mm, 10mm wells. I really like the deck on this. I really, really do. I just slip the coil in on one side, clip off the leads, take it out, slip the coil in on the other side, clip the leads, and then fit them back into place. There's no bending of the leads involved. All comes together really, really nice and makes a good, strong connection. The side screws, I can get over them. Juice well, I can kind of get over it, but the build deck is really, really great. I love this build deck. It's a load of fun to build on. The different top caps, none of them have adjustable airflow. What you see is what you get, which is kind of going by the wayside these days. It's every now and again, it's nice to see top cap that's just optimized for a particular kind of airflow. This is very much like the Petri. It's a 24mm RDA, but the deck is super, super tiny, 20mm deck. Build space on it, however, is actually pretty nice. I mean, these are 3mm diameter, you know, Alien Coils, and they fit in there really nicely. The reason that deck is so small though, and the diameter is so wide still, is because the top cap adds about 2.5mm on each side. So, I mean, it's 2.5mm thick on this top cap. Thick top cap, and it doesn't get hot. That's one thing that's awesome about it. It's a solid piece that doesn't get hot at all, and it's probably just because of how thick it is. It's made for those high wattage builds. Those 4mm air holes are pretty perfect. And it's got this sort of crosshairs sort of symbol going around the air hole, so it has like a cool look about this top cap too. And along the top it says Purge Mod's Headshot. It comes with a matching stainless steel drip tip, which fits down in there really nice and snug. It's nice and thick too, and I gotta tell you, it doesn't get hot either. I just prefer the feel of my just the tip drip tips whenever possible. It's available in copper and brass as well, and black. And they also have colored versions as well. So there's gonna be a look to fit every color palette, from what I can see. I gotta say, it's the perfect mix of clouds and flavor on the Headshot. And the other ones looked like they'd be fun to play around with as well, but the Headshot looked like it was gonna be the one that gave me the most flavor. That's what I would compare it to in terms of flavor. In terms of clouds, it's probably a bit cloudier than the Petri. It's yummy, that's what it is. It's really yummy. I also really like the bit of a bevel at the top of this one, a little bit that sort of butts out as well. It just has a cool, unique look about it. You know, you don't see too many devices that go in, go up, butt out, come back in, and then just slam the drip tip on there. It's a cool looking little top cap, absolutely. It's a fun deck to play around with. There are just a few nitpicky things about it for me that normally would give me pause if the deck wasn't so cool. If I didn't like the deck so much, I would have a problem with the non-adjustable airflow. I would have a problem with the shallow juice well. I probably have a problem with the brass deck just because of maintenance. I prefer everything stainless steel, that's just me. The side screws, I'm not a big fan of the side screws. I prefer screws going straight down. Again, just me. The deck was interesting enough that I wanted one, and I've been wanting one for a while. So I'm glad I've had the opportunity to play around with it, pick one up. And I gotta say, I'm happy I got it. Had to do over again, I would still get it, absolutely. Thank you guys so much for the support you show this channel. I have a Patreon account listed in the description, and I'll also be adding additional affiliate links to the bottom of each description, as well as to the About page in my channel. Clicking on those affiliate links and contributing to the channel through the Patreon account are just 2 more ways that you can help support the channel, and I really appreciate you. Thanks again. Vape on, vapors.